Welcome. Let's try to solve another Leetcode problem. 1242 web crawler multi-threaded. So the only difference from this problem to Leetcode 1236 is that this is just a web crawler. If we solve it by single-threaded, it is still okay. But for this problem, we have to use multi-threaded, and except that everything gonna be the same. Yeah, so I'm gonna copy the code from Leetcode 1236, but if we were to run it and submit it, definitely it didn't work. Because it's gonna have time limit exceeded. This means we have to use multi-threading to solve the problem. Yeah. Now as we can see, it gonna got time limit exceeded. Definitely we're gonna use multi-threading to solve the problem. So in Python we can use ThreadPoolExecutor to solve the problem. It is called executor, EXE. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce the executor. Exe. Yeah, maybe it is like this. So from the concurrent.features, yeah, we're gonna from here to import the ThreadPoolExecutor, and we're gonna use the ThreadPoolExecutor to solve the problem. So basically, the pattern for the how can we use that? We can use the from ThreadPoolExecutor, as we're gonna call it executor. Yeah, and we're gonna give a maximum of workers. We're gonna give 10. So with the ThreadPoolExecutor as executor, and we're gonna use it. Yeah. Now we're gonna check the queue. So while the queue, we're gonna prepare all the features. So the features are gonna be a set. So inside we're gonna call the executor. It's gonna have a submit method. We're gonna use the submit method, and then we're gonna define a function. So from here we're gonna define a function. It's gonna call maybe fetch URLs. So inside it's gonna be URL. Yeah. So this is our new method. So we're gonna use submit with this method and with q.pop left. Yeah. So in this way, we can solve the problem with multi-threading. Yeah. Before, if everything is inside a queue, we're gonna check one by one, pop it out. So currently, we're gonna pop all of every element inside of the queue together, and we're gonna use multi-threading to solve it. So this means it's gonna be speed up for the time. Yeah. So this is our queue, and we're gonna prepare a features set. It's gonna be executor.submit. We're gonna submit the method and the q.pop left. So for anything inside of the queue. So in this way, it is similar like a multi-source BFS, but it's gonna be the multi-threading. It's not a single-threaded. It's gonna calculate every element inside the queue together, not one by one. So everything gonna be calculated together. So this gonna speed up the time. Yeah. So now for future, so for every method inside, yeah, inside the futures, we're gonna extend the queue. So queue gonna extend the future dot result. So future dot result gonna be array. It's gonna be a list. So the queue gonna extend the list. So finally we're gonna return the list with visited. Yeah. So for here, let me just delete this one, because this is just a fetch URL. This is just a fetch one layer. It's not layer by layer. It's not a BFS anymore. It is just a fetch with one layer. So this URLs, we're gonna use the URL from here, and here for everything inside. If it is not inside, this is a queue. We're gonna use a new URL. So it's gonna be an empty array. So instead of a queue, we're gonna use this new URLs, append the URL, and finally we're gonna return the new URLs. Yeah. So we just change a little bit, because currently we're gonna use the concurrent.futures. Yeah, so from there we're gonna use this ThreadPoolExecutor, and this method definitely used the thread with lock. Yeah, basically the thread lock is really difficult to write, so currently we can use this method easily to solve the problem. So it's gonna call ThreadPoolExecutor, and we can use this ThreadPoolExecutor, and we're gonna prepare some max with workers. Maximum of workers are gonna equal to 10, and we're gonna set it as executor. And now we're gonna use this executor.submit. Yeah, and inside it, inside the features, it's gonna be every feature. So the feature gonna use for the feature method we're gonna use the result, and for this result we're gonna get everything. Yeah, get the list. Yeah, so it is from concurrent dot futures import ThreadPoolExecutor. So this is wrong. Yeah, this is not queue. Definitely, it's gonna be the length of the queue. This is a typo. Yeah, now let me submit it and let me run it and submit it to check if it works. As you can see, it works and it's pretty fast. Yeah, I think normally for most of us we didn't know about how to use this ThreadPoolExecutor. Yeah, otherwise if you are familiar with threading with the thread lock, basically you can use the thread lock to solve the problem. Yeah, so this is just a new method from Python which we can use the ThreadPoolExecutor to calculate the URL inside the queue concurrently. So we just put it in, we just check this queue. If everything inside, we're gonna calculate it concurrently with the executor.submit. So after that, we get everything, and we extended it to the queue, and then we're gonna continue to check. So for each of the layer, we are not checking. So for each layer inside the queue, we are not checking every element one by one. We are checking every layer one layer by another layer. This is gonna be really fast. Yeah. And for each of the layer, we are calculating it concurrently. Yeah. I think that's all about it for this question. Thank you for watching. See you next time.